Those monsters are in my father's room! Father! That's fine with me. I've got things to do here. This place is the spirit forest, Sindane, but it's different than in my time. If we could restore the Great Elder's origin point, he could tell us who Griffin really is. Yes, an origin point is where something begins. Like a flower, you first have to plant the seed in the soil before it will bloom. In that case, the action of planting the seed is the origin point of the flower. In that way, the flower is the history that springs from the origin point. In the same way, all things that happen in the future have their origin point in the past. But if that origin point is changed, the results can be terrible. And that's what Griffin has done. Griffin has sent his henchmen to this time, altering the origin points of my time. And now he is rewriting history as he sees fit. In my time, this forest was where the Elder of the Spirits, Jurak, lived. He was very wise and powerful. His great power purified the forest and gave vitality to all the living things in it. But Griffin erased Jurak from existence. And not only Jurak, all those with the power to challenge Griffin are being erased from existence too. I don't think he'll stop until he's wiped out the entire world. So, someone has to stop him. Even now, my comrades are fighting Griffin in the future. And Max, I need you to help us. Yes, you have to. All right, I knew you would. Guess we're a team now, right? Have you heard of a being here named Jurak? I wonder why he got so mad. Let's see. I've heard you Furbits have a mysterious magical power to make things like houses and plants. I want you to use that power to help us. You probably know there's something strange going on. The whole world has become like one big deserted island. I'm Monica. You know there's something wrong with the world, right? A great darkness is trying to distort the flow of time. What's wrong? Tell us about it. That's quite a story. I bet I can guess. You want us to go into the woods and find your 4 friends, right? I understand. 4 or 5, what's the difference? So what does this holly look like anyway? Any special features? Forget it. What do you mean, be careful? What could we possibly do to prevent it? If that happens? Huh? Well, whatever. Okay, we're off. Hey, there they are. The whole lot of them. Huh? Yeah, something weird's going on. Let's try talking to them. Hey, isn't that Master Utan? Yeah, it's all right. He's a pretty well-behaved monster. He doesn't hurt people. But it looks like something's wrong with him. Is he okay? What's the matter? Are you hurt? Never mind that. You look like you're in pain. What happened? So you ate one of these, huh? It's a poison apple. No wonder you don't feel so good. Never mind. Don't worry. You'll feel better after you rest for a while. By the way, who's this holy one? A holy fish? Aha! I think I'm starting to understand now. This Holy One must have bewitched those 3 somehow. I bet the Holy One is really a big fish monster. Swamp, huh? Yes, I think so. Let me see. A big fishy monster named the Holy One that hangs out in the swamps bewitching people. This ought to be fun. Right. Thanks, Master Utan. You've been a big help. Why don't we try fishing it out? Well, we've got a fishing rod, we know the Holy One likes poison apples, and we've got plenty of bait. Let's give it a try. Go on now, try it. You're the one that made the little ones act so strangely. You must change them back. I already told you. I want you to change those little Furbits back to the way they were. Oh boy, this is gonna be another pain. What? You're a guy? Well, he's certainly cheerful, I'll give him that. Right. You've all been under the Holy One's spell. It's a fish monster that lives in the swamp. You guys almost ended up trapped here forever. Hold on, guys. We should come up with a plan first. Let's go back to Sindane. Rainbow butterfly, huh? I don't know. Do you really think it exists? Okay, we'll try. What are they gonna do? What in the world's that noise? What the heck is that? I can't believe it. Looks like we can bring back Jurak's origin point with this. Yes, we know. Sounds great. We'll do it. You bet. Max, look. It's a time gate. You can pass between this time and mine through this gate. You just use that stone, your Atlamelia. That's right. It's not just a pretty rock, you know. It's got mystical powers that let you pass through time. And the one I've got is the blue Atlamelia. They each have their own powers. Red brings you to the future and blue to the past. With the 2 of them, we can use this gate to move back and forth between past and future. When we get Jurak's origin point back, we can use this gate to go see him. They say an Atlamilia can pick who it wants to belong to. It must have picked your father. And then it picked you, Max. Anyway, the main thing now is to get Jurak back. I bet Jurak can tell us all kinds of things. About Griffin, about the rainbow butterfly. Now we've really got to get to work. We have to get Sindane back into shape and bring back the great elder Jurak. By the way, we want to ask you a favor. We want to get through here. Do you think you can move that boulder for us? Maybe you should exercise a little more often. But thanks a lot. You really helped us out. It's a Lafretia. Are you gonna touch it? Ew, don't do that. Ah! These petals are huge. Actually, they're kind of gross. That's the rainbow butterfly. Out of the blue? What'd we ever do? Are you the one that they call Holly? So that means your real form is the rainbow butterfly? Why did you appear to the Furbits in human form? Thank them for what? Then why'd you disappear? The Furbits really miss you. So that's what happened, huh? Okay, I'll be sure to give it to them. Let's try to get to Jurak. Jurak, we need you to tell us something. We need to know about a being called Emperor Griffin. We suspect he's a terrible monster who's taken over the forces of darkness. He's been playing with reality across the different eras. I don't know what his true goal is, but if we let him keep at it, the whole world may disappear. He even erased you, Jurak, by destroying your origin point. We've got to stop him, or there's no telling what will happen. Jurak, I hear you've been reincarnated many times, but you keep the memories of your ancestors from the distant past. Isn't that right? So somewhere in those vast memories, you should be able to remember everything that's ever happened on this planet. You must remember something about Griffin. Who he is, where he is. Please tell us, Jurak, we must know. Max, listen. If I use this badge, I can transform into monsters. I can change myself into the Hamara monsters Jurak mentioned. Then we can mix in with them and maybe get our hands on that sundrop we need. So let's go to the forest floor where the Hamara monsters show up. You do? Tell us about him. Huh? Flowers? That's right. So Jurak, how far back in the past is Griffin? Crest the Great Sage, the greatest and wisest sage of all in my era. With the moon crystal, he can use vast astrological powers. He can see everything that happens in the world. Yes, good idea. But it's not that easy. Crest's origin point has been erased too. Yes, exactly. Crest's origin point is the holy ground of Balance Valley. In the future, a great temple will be built there. That's where all the sages will gather. You knew? What? Really? You want to? Of course! With your help, we'll be able to put the world back to normal in no time. This is Balance Valley Station. That's right. There are 4 plateaus in this valley, but the height of those plateaus can change. Pretty strange, huh? You can talk? We're looking for somebody. His name is Crest. Do you know him? Yes, that's right. So Griffin's henchmen got him too. Now what are we gonna do? And who's this? It looks pretty bad. Dr. Dell? Yeah, I guess we'd better. I've got it! Lao Chow! He can cure her! That's right. In my time, there's a legendary chef named Lao Chow. They say if you eat his miracle dish, it'll cure any kind of sickness on the spot. In the future, a place called Starlight Temple will be built in Balance Valley. That's where all the sages gather. There's a place there called Lao Chow's Bistro. Lao Chow is the head chef. If we bring Lao Chow's Bistro back and go see him, we might be able to save Lin. Exactly, but we've got to bring Lao Chow's Bistro back first. There's a passage in this valley that goes to the sea. It's called Starlight Canyon, and I bet we can find the geostones for this valley there. It's a dangerous area, though. This is where Starlight Canyon starts. Let's get what we need to revive the origin points here. But before we change Balance Valley back, I've got to warn you about a few things. Balance Valley is divided into 4 fields. The height of the 4 fields changes depending on the weight of the buildings we put on each. If we want to put a big building there in the future, the height of all 4 fields has to be the same. Yeah, but we can do it. I just know it. No. I bet you could find one from the sky. Will you help us look? What's the matter? Looks like a time distortion. I guess time is starting to be affected in this era, too. That's right. When Griffin disturbed the flow of time, it started to warp and become strained in places. Those places are time distortions. There are already lots of time distortions in my era, but it looks like they've started happening in this time, too. Whenever there's a time distortion, there's always a fragment that falls out somewhere nearby. If you hit that fragment into the distortion, you can make the distortion go away. It's not all that easy. Here, hold on. Now, where is it? There it is. This is it. This is a time distortion fragment. It's also called a sphere. Be careful, you can't touch it with your bare hands. You hit it with a long stick or something. It's not too complicated, but it's hard to get it into the distortion. We need some kind of long stick to hit the sphere with. See if there's some kind of stick handy. Then I'll show you how to hit the sphere. Hey, you got one! Okay, let's try it. Okay, listen up. You hit the sphere with a stick and send it flying. That's called taking a shot. Make a good shot and you'll get the sphere into the distortion. But there's one thing you've got to remember. When you hit the time distortion fragment, also called the sphere, against something, it changes color. From blue to red, back to blue, like that. If the distortion is blue, you can only wipe it out with the red sphere. When the sphere and the distortion are the same color, they repel each other and it won't work. So if your sphere is the same color as the distortion, you have to hit it up against a wall or something and change the color back. It's the only way you can wipe out the distortion. We call this hitting the sphere up against a wall to change its color bumping. You can bump the sphere as many times as you want, but the number of shots you can take are limited, so watch out. If you don't get the sphere into the distortion within the allotted number of shots, the sphere disappears and you fail. In my era, we call the act of wiping out time distortions like this Sfida. Some people even play Sfida like a sport. With the world in danger like this, I know it sounds pretty dumb, but I guess people like to escape from reality. That's about it. Did you get all that? Want me to explain again? Okay, you can try it now. Good luck. Oh, that's too bad. Want to try again? You stink, Max. Let me do it. This is how you play Sfida. Watch me. I got it. Wow, you're good. Hey, look! Yep. Something smells good. Let's check it out. Are you Lao Chow? Actually, we didn't come to eat today. We've got a friend that's very ill. She's in bad shape. We want to give her your miracle dish so she can get better. Could you make it for her, please? A special ingredient? A white windflower, huh? Yeah, it is the past after all. Okay, Lao Chow, we'll see what we can do. Now you'll make your miracle dish for us, right? Yeah, let's hurry. Lao Chow, thank you so much. Yeah, they look really good, too. I know. Let's hurry up and get them to her. Looks like she's lost her memory. Lynn, we can go save Crest right now. We'll change his history so he won't have to die. Why don't you come with us? If your memory returns, you can help save him. Yes, we have to try. It's the Yorda tree. It's holy. They say it's been here for thousands of years. First time I've ever seen it, though. Wow, I didn't think it would be this big. It's a memo eater. So that's it, huh? That's right. It gets into people's heads and eats up their memories. Lynn wanted to forget what happened to Crest. That's when the memo eater stepped in and started taking over. You ready, Max? Let's get it. Right, the lighthouse. That's where you and Crest were attacked. Right, let's go. Okay.
All right.
Are you ready? Lynn, you wait here. Max, let's go. We'll explain later. That's Gaspard. How did he get here? Gaspard! Remember me? It's Monica Raybrandt. You tore my kingdom to bits and you murdered my father. Now you're going to pay. In a fair fight, my father never would have lost to the likes of you. Get ready, Gaspard! Accept it, you lost. Huh? What was that? I guess not. What do you mean? Good. You bet. Hey, it's Lao Chow's Bistro. Yeah. Rarity shop, star items. A place like that might sell a star glass. A star glass is a mysterious item that can reverse the flow of time. But it can only turn back time to a moment of deep significance to the person that uses it. If we use a star glass to go back into Lynn's memory, we can get back to the time when Lynn and Crest were attacked. Right. First, let's try to get a hold of a star glass. Huh? No way! What? Yes, that'd be great, Lynn. Yeah, sure. Sorry. So they're all being controlled? What does he plan on getting out of that? But how can we go 10,000 years in the past? So what can we do? Luna Lab is short for Lunatic Wisdom Laboratory. It used to be the largest research facility in the world. It was on the Venicchio coast. Yes. Thank you, Crest the Great Sage. Thank you, Great Sage. Smell that ocean breeze. What? You've never been to the ocean before? Wow. Thanks a lot. Well, let's get going. What do you think? Like it? Sure, okay. It's coming from that cave. Let's check it out. That's a Shigura, isn't it? He's still a child. I'm Monica. Hey, wait a minute. How come we get stuck here babysitting some sea dragon? The nerve of that kid. What's the matter with him? You've got to stop him. We've got to follow him. It's one of those murals called Moon of Destruction. They discovered a whole bunch of them in my era, too. They show an imaginary world where the moon comes crashing down, destroying mankind. Nobody's been able to figure out why there are so many of these things or what purpose they served. Maybe the ancient people were trying to tell us something with these murals. Oh, I don't know. It's just a hunch. Something about them makes me think so, I guess. Shingala? Look, there's something on his head. I think I know what it might be. It's no use. Look at Shingala's head. There's some kind of device there. I think he's being controlled by it. He's not going to listen to us. We've got to think of some way to get it off of him. Yes, exactly. They might be able to help us. Let's go. Max, we can't do anything here now. Let's come up with a plan. Electric worm? Hey, wait a minute. Do Shigura even eat worms? But wait, how are we going to get a fish to eat that worm thing? That's not true. Max, put the electric fish in Shingala's mouth. It worked! The device is off. We'd better get him back to the water.
Oh boy.
But even if we do find this beach where the Shigura are, how are we going to find the medicine? It might help if we could talk to the other Shigura. Huh? Aha! Oh yeah, Luna Lab. I bet you're right. But you're a... Yeah, how come? It sure looks like it. Who knows? Let's try them all one by one. Come on, let's hurry back to Pow's place. His wounds are healing. Pow really looks happy. What's that? Don't tell me it's... Gaspard! I'm sure they will. Let's get to the village fast. You and Shingala go back to your place. We'll defend Shigura village. Just do it. You don't want Shingala to get hurt again, do you? Right. Hey, what are the Shigura doing? That Gaspard, he doesn't stop at anything. So you're the one that put that thing on Shingala. You won't get away with this. They're the dark forces sent by Emperor Griffin. That's right, he and his henchmen are trying to undo history. I don't know what he's after exactly, but I do know that if we don't stop him, our world may be destroyed. Jamming? Dr. Jamming's grandson? He perfected aeroharmonics? But that's strange. In the history I know, aeroharmonics technology was never perfected. Our travels must be creating a new history for the world. Do you think that's okay? Huh? Griffin? Necessary? You can't be serious! That's right. Max is Elena's son. That's right. And we're the ones that were chosen by these two Atlamilia. No, not exactly. Your father couldn't even touch it anymore. He must have realized the stone had chosen a new owner. Gerald couldn't touch it himself, but he saw you could play with it without effect. The Atlamilia chose you as its new owner, so Gerald let you have it. We'll be fine, Elena. Just leave it to us. It was the mobile stronghold of our rebel army. Griffin wiped Pasnos out, but if we could bring it back, I bet we can make a counterattack. Then let's head for Mount Gundor. Let's go check it out. Looks like there's another lab now. This is Lunatic Wisdom Laboratory, the greatest research facility in the world. This is the central lab, the biggest research room of them all. I bet you're right. It's raining embers. Something is definitely up. The village of Heimrada should be here at the foot of Mount Gundor, but I guess it got wiped out too. Is it him? What's he up to this time? And there's no way we're gonna let him stop us, right? No doubt about it. Oh, there's no way we can start bringing back wood and straw buildings now. That monster! Yeah! And you must be Garrick, the plant manager. I'm Monica. The origin point of this workshop was erased. We're in the middle of trying to bring it back. Well, there's a problem. They're trying to put a stop to our building by raining embers down on Heimrada. The workshop itself? I guess their scheme failed, so they decided to set up the fire squall in the past and prevent the workshop from ever existing. So that's what's causing our fiery rain problem. Let's hurry up and destroy it. That should stop the fire rain problem. Look who decided to show up! Gaspard! It's no use. My magic won't reach at this distance. Max, use your ride pod. I'll wait for my chance and try to get on the ship. Ha! Gaspard, you won't slither away from me this time. Ha! 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 Ah! What are you talking about? We're nothing like you. Gaspard. What the? That voice. Could it be Griffin's? We'll have to fight him. Gaspard. 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 Damn that Griffin! What are those things? What should we do? Here they come. Yes, we got the word from Lunalad that Ixion was finished. We're going to ride it into the distant past. And then we're going to find Griffin and do what needs to be done. Yes, Gundorada Workshop. The name is taken from Mount Gundor and the village below it, Heimrada. Pasnos, the mobile stronghold of our rebel army, was once built here. Let's go to the second floor. That's Pasnos. We built it for our struggle against Griffin. It's the secret ace up the rebel army's sleeve. We were just doing our part. Yes? Really? What is it? What's this? It's my father's sword? Father! Hey, look at this! Isn't it a little, gaudy? Well, whatever. If it gets us 10,000 years in the past, that's all that matters. Thanks for all you've done. Yuck, the inside's just as bad. Well, I know there isn't a whole lot you can do about it now, but I really don't think much of the design. Just kidding! How about we get going? It's kind of gloomy. What's going on? Did we land on a whole different world? So Emperor Griffin is somewhere in there, huh? Finally, time to set things right. Nobody's ever seen him. He controls his followers from the past. I don't know exactly what he's like, but I'm certain that he has tremendous magical power. Right. Looks like we're invited in. What? You must be joking. You're Emperor Griffin? Excuse me? We won? Damn! The Legend of the Stones. He who obtains the 3 Atlamilias receives the power of the stars. Huh? What are you talking about? If you do that, you'll be destroyed right along with everything else. What? What are you doing? What did you do? What's happening? Don't tell me. It can't be. I can't believe this. Right, we need a new plan. Max, run! Looks like some kind of ruins. But it's not like we can just bring Pasnos to this time period. You're kidding. In the center of Kazarov? In here? Remember the star symbols we've seen around? Maybe those symbols mark where the gems are. What do you think? What's happening? Look, it's Pasnos! Looks like they plan on using Pasnos' strongest weapon, the Nova Driver Cannon. Yes, I've never seen it fired before either. I sure hope so. We'll have to wait and see. Uh-oh, this is very bad. Look, the palace is falling towards Palm Brinks. The town will be crushed. I have no idea. It looks like Pasnos is transforming. Huh? How did it do that? The palace is on the ground. Let's try and get inside. Leave Griffin to us. Huh? What? Cyrus? Who are you? Anyway, let's keep going. He's not showing up this time. What? What is it? Yeah, what about her? I bet you're right. It couldn't hurt to try. Uncovering Griffin's secrets, huh? Sounds good. Let's do it. Hey, what was that all about? It's all over for you. I hope you're ready.
Whoa!
Could this be the Star of Oblivion? So beneath it all, Cyrus was just a nice little boy with a huge responsibility. So big, he almost couldn't handle it. But now he's finally going to a place he can call home. Wow, that's pretty deep, Max. Kind of poetic, really. We've sure been through a lot. But I guess it's over. There's only one moon in the sky now. Ugh, that's laying it on a bit thick. But will people ever believe there was once 2 moons? It's time for us to say goodbye too, hey Max? It was fun traveling with you. I won't ever forget you. And Max, you'd better not forget me either. Well, good then. Phew, I'm here. I asked Crest and she let me have a star glass. I used it and, well, it brought me to this time period. After what happened with Griffin, time travel was forbidden in my time. But hey, no sense in sticking so strictly to the rules, huh? Where are we anyway? Sounds like fun. Let me help. It can't be. Guess he's just rotten on his own. What are you talking about? You've lost lots of times already. Who could he be? Wow, it's pretty. What is it? Huh? This thing? Eat us? What are you, crazy? No way! What was it anyway? Okay, let's go back to town.